Been checking out a few videos here, and I'm starting to notice that there are a lot of people who are disappointed in the recent E3. It's really not that shocking to me. I'm actually kind of surprised that it's very shocking to everyone else. A few videos I've seen have pointed out that, or at least it seems that many people are saying that the new controller is, interesting but mostly a gimmick. That's pretty much what I've been saying since the Wii. The Wii Motion thing, I knew that would get tired after its initial release, because once the fun of doing all the tricks, once all the bells and whistles die out, people will start to realize that it's a gimmick. Now I don't know what's going to happen with this controller. I don't know what the price of this new controller is going to be, but I do know how often I use my actual Nintendo Wii, and it's not very often. And I have a Nintendo DS, which I don't use very often. In fact, the game I played the most on it was Brain Age. The last time I really played and used in handheld was back when I was a kid, and that's because I used to travel a lot. Not knocking any handheld gamers or anything like that, but this is the only time I used it, so I was never a big handheld person. Now the new 3DS, while interesting, the 3D effect is cool, but you have to keep in mind, what is it actually doing? It's that effect is more of a gimmick, because it hasn't now it's there's still time for it to actually be used in an interesting way, but currently it's nothing more than a gimmick, because all it is it's a special trick. It looks cool, it's innovative. I guess you could say it's innovative. The idea of something being in 3D is not new, and people using 3D is not new. Heck, they had it on 8-bit consoles. So putting on shades or seeing something in 3D is not new. Is it cool? Yes. Does it look interesting? Yes. Are you gonna pay? Are you going to pay $300 to buy that? Some of you are, apparently, but as for people like me, no, that's retarded. We'll wait for that price to drop considerably before we even think about purchasing something that just has an added gimmick to it. And that has been a current trend lately in the gaming world. That's why E3 is not shocking to me. They're selling you all a bunch of gimmicks. They keep releasing the same type of first-person shooter over and over, and all of you get excited about it. It's a gimmick. They keep making Call of Duty 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Black Ops 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And you keep buying it. So they keep making it because they know it's a quick cash in. Now, I'm not saying these games didn't used to be innovative, because when Medal of Honor came out and I did a review on it, the first one, I really liked it. And I also liked a few of the latter ones that came out as well. The first D-Day one that actually came out. But again, they're actually doing something new with the series. Whereas now it has become rehash after rehash, and that's why it gets old and it gets boring, and that's what happens. That's what's been happening to the gaming industry ever since it went mainstream. And I talked about that in another video, in my rant video. Everything is mainstream now. That's why it's not as interesting as it was, depending on some of your ages. Now, if you were born after 1990, you probably won't understand, but people who were born before 1990 will know. It was considerably different. I mean, this stuff was not as popular, or even popular in many cases, as it is today. I mean, go around you and look what people are talking about. Games. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna play my PlayStation. I'm gonna play my Xbox. Back then you didn't hear people talking about that much. Not if they wanted to seem or appear cool and popular. And all this stuff affects the gaming industry, and that's why E3 has become a pretty much, it's not even an event to me anymore. E3 used to be an event. I mean, I remember going through magazines and wishing that I could go to E3. Now I don't want to go, because I might get annoyed if I go to E3. I might get annoyed by the fact that you're trying to sell me a gimmick. I might get annoyed by some of the people that go there. It's because this current trend, gaming is popular, and so many of the things that used to be exciting have now become boring. Too many outside people who don't really care about gaming. They care about making money more so than making something innovative. And, I understand that people got to make money. I understand that, hey, you're going to do something, you might put out a little rehash here to make money. That's understandable. You have to make money. But when everything is designed around that one aspect, that's when things get boring. When you fail to actually make something new, something creative. There's only been a few, barely a handful of games that I've watched trailers to that have actually been trying to do something really new. Most of them are just rehashes or deviations or another version of the same thing that has already been done. That's why I haven't got excited. I mean, just look at Devil May Cry. I said this a while ago. Devil May Cry is birthed the whole hack and slash genre in 3D. I mean, Devil May Cry is the foundation. All these other games that have come out, God of War, etc. I'm not saying they're not good games. I'm not saying they're bad games, and I'm not saying they're not fun to play. But I'm not going to pay $50 for them on launch. And they're pretty much Devil May Cry in a different setting, in a different way. The new Castlevania that came out looks cool, looks awesome. I played the demo. Looks like it'd be fun to go through and play. The story is at least looks kind of interesting and engaging. But it's pretty much a Devil May Cry, an extended version of Devil May Cry. Is that a bad thing? No. But is it something amazing that I'm gonna pass out on the ground and be like, "Wow, I've never seen that before"? No. It's not going to be like the first time that I watched or played the demo of Metal Gear Solid. It's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like the first time you played Final Fantasy VII or Mario Kart. Just because there's not enough creativity that's being pushed, especially on consoles. Now, the PC market has kind of taken a big hit. It's starting to come back. So I'm still waiting to see what the PC gaming market is going to do, because it's been kind of stagnant lately. There's been a few interesting titles that have came out, but it's been pretty stagnant, at least in my opinion. Consoles have gotten this huge push because it's easier to give someone a system that's going to play all the games that you make for it. That's why it got popular. PC gaming, you have to actually update and change a few things. You actually have to do more work with the PC. But many of the things that the consoles do, like chatting live with your friends, multiplayer around the world, all that kind of stuff, PC gamers have been doing that, I mean, in terms of the gaming industry, almost forever. It's nothing new, but they're marketing it to people, and many of the new generations, like being able to do this is something new. And that's something that I'm worried about. Giving me the same old stuff and pretending like you did something amazing with it. No, you have not. But the latest E3, it's not shocking to me. It's what's to be expected when everything has went mainstream, when everything is rehash after rehash, when people get excited about the same game. That's scary. When you can make the same game and people get excited about it and are willing to spend $50, $60 for the same game, that is scary. But people do that. And now people are about to fall into the new gimmick of a new controller that you're not going to use. You're just going to have it there for kicks, but you're going to go out there and line up in a line and buy it. It's not even a console launch. I mean, there were some videos about people lining up for the 3DS to go buy that. Are you kidding me? Some people waited 24 hours to line up to go buy a 3DS because it's in 3D. It's not even a console. I mean, I don't know. That's just my thoughts on the whole thing. It's really not shocking. I know it's shocking for some people, but it's just something to be expected. Just keep that in mind for next year's E3 and the PAX and whatever else is coming out. So that's just my thoughts on the current E3 that has just been unveiled.